Essentially, when you strip it all down, the Ad Council is all about community change.
And we do that in two main ways. One is by helping nonprofit organizations achieve the change that they exist to achieve. And also, we do it by leading community efforts,
which focus on improving specific issues that are affecting the community. The Ad Council has a series of capacity building programs that are focused on all sorts of things. When a nonprofit comes to the Ad Council with a specific challenge, our goal isn't to sell them on one of those programs. Our goal is to really talk to them and most importantly, listen to them.
We have a program called Coffee and Consults, which is a totally free consultation that we do with many nonprofits to help them figure out what are the challenges that they're facing and what's the right approach to it.
The nonprofits in this community have the ability to make a huge difference, and they do. And our role is really to just help them.
Many organizations feel like maybe they're our client, like we're working with them the way a typical advertising agency might work with a client. We're not an advertising agency, and frankly, they're not our client. The community is our client. We don't work with nonprofits because we want to work with nonprofits. We work with nonprofits because we want to make our community stronger.
The fact that the Ad Council is a nonprofit organization gives us a different perspective into, number one, what it's like to work at a nonprofit organization and what are some of the challenges.
They understand us very well. They're also a nonprofit, so they understand the challenges that nonprofits have. They look a lot like us, and they come up with really creative solutions.
They understand where we're coming from. Our budgets are stretched tight. We don't have the money to pay staff for their individual roles. I mean, it's the thing that we're seeing across the country, and they really have our best interest in mind.
Certainly people are struggling with a lot of budgetary issues, and they provide resources that people can afford, and solid resources to professionals in the community.
We're able to keep our costs down for something that traditionally is a very expensive service. We're able to keep that down by leveraging our in-kind support, by having these wonderful volunteers in the community and with the fundraising that we do.
No nonprofit exists for no reason. They are here to serve a purpose. They're here to serve usually a specific population. But if they're not reaching that population effectively, then essentially the community's suffering. And so if we can help them restructure a little bit so that they are reaching the people that they're meant to reach, then we are fulfilling our mission at the same time.
We are filling a gap for both a knowledge gap and a financial gap for the nonprofits in this community that work on serving our most vulnerable community members.
If you've only got one tool, and that's a hammer, then pretty much everything looks like a nail. And that's not the approach that we take. We take a look at, from a holistic perspective, what are their issues that they're dealing with, and how can we help set them on the path to success? Because again, they're not a client, they're a partner, and they're a partner in achieving community change. So it doesn't benefit us to sell them a program.
We go into that organization knowing that there is a light at the end of the tunnel for us, because we're always looking at the door, not because we want to leave our nonprofit partners stranded, but because our goal is to work collaboratively with them throughout whatever process we're working on and leave them stronger when we walk away.